guys, welcome back to another progress vlog. Today we're making Muzan from Demon Slayer. So he is like the evil guy, right? He's like the main villain of the series. Thankfully his outfit is also pretty simplistic. So for the bottom of his shoes, I'm using this brown color, 09 Brown by Crafter's Secret. And then I'm transitioning up to black for his shoes. He has white pants. And then I'm moving on to black for the rest of his suit. And then finally skin color to complete off his head. Although he is very pale, so I feel like the skin color is pretty accurate for that. And just like all of my other Demon Slayer dolls, I went ahead and painted his eyes as well. They're really red with kind of like cat eye type of pupils. And he has like a bunch of like red little veins around the pupils, which makes him look pretty intimidating. And then I also gave him the white outer parts of the eye and then cornerless eyelids using black. For the arms, I'm starting off with skin color and then transitioning up with black to complete off the sleeves of the outfit. And there we have it. I'll be back with the next update. To the next update. So I finished the outfit. Starting off right here, this is the bottom of the shirt. It's simply like a little strip glued onto round 14, starting from pretty much the back side. The opening and the closing part is on the back, and that wraps around the entire waist. And I secured it on with fabric glue. Now I'm just letting it dry right here with some push pins. Moving on, I took my white lace yarn, created this little 4-chain, reference to my Nikki hair tutorial pattern, for this accessory piece to create the little tie in white. And then I simply glued it right on the neck area, followed by taking this collar right here, which I use metallic black yarn because his collar area does have like a bit of silver over it. So I was like, okay, this is the perfect time to use my metallic black. That way I don't have to sew on like all the silvery details. And then I secured it down with glue. And then lastly, I took my red yarn by I Love This Yarn, created 3 little knots, and then placed it right onto the belly area with like 2 rows in between. I used my broken felt tip needle and then like stabbed it right onto the belly to create the little buttons for the suit. And yeah, that is about it for his outfit. Very plain and simple. For the hair cap, I'm using black yarn, 4 inner rounds and 3 outer rounds. That way I can give him his ears, which I also poked onto the head and then secured it down with fabric glue. And that is it for this update so far. I will be back with the next update. Welcome back to the next update. Now we're working on the hair. So for the front part right here is where I usually start for the bangs, and he has like really long strands that go from the top middle of his head and down to the sides. So for both sides, I'm trying to do it like symmetrically as I can. And I started off with taking this long strand right here. This is a slip stitch strand. We have 1, 2, and then here's 2 more that mirrors it. So starting off with the very middle right here, I'm placing this long strand of slip stitches. So here's what it looks like. It's simply like a slip stitch strand. This is a chain 20, which I simply try to like curl it and then place it right next to his face, and then simply take my pins and pin them down where I want to glue it. And then for the back side is a chain 15. So I'm placing down my pins right here, and then twist it a little bit and then place it right here, right above the ear. That way it can cover up like some of the blank spaces. He also has 2 strands as well, side by side on the side profile. So I'm trying to fit in the little tight spaces I can. There's supposed to be more room between the eye and the ear, but you know, on this doll, there's not that much room. So yeah, but overall, I think it fits pretty well. Simply just twist it to make it stay. Have that nice little wavy hair piece. And yeah, I do the exact same thing for the other side, and that's what that one looks like. So for the rest of the hair, we're gonna go ahead and fill up this bald spot right here with some, I'm assuming 8 chains maybe. And yeah, that's what it looks like. I'll be back with the next update. Another super quick update. So along the edges of the hair cap, I'm using a bunch of 8 chains. And again, reference to my Nikki hair tutorial pattern. If you also want to create your own anime style hairs, links to my pattern in the description box below. So right here, we're doing 8 chain triangles, and they're pointing downwards along this way. And then towards the back side, I also have 3 more right here, making sure it touches like the bottom of his neck or like the suit area, since it does cover his neck completely. And for this part, I had to place it right underneath the hair cap because it's just not long enough. So yeah, 3 8 chains right there. And look at the side profile. So it's like starting here and it just slants downwards. The same thing for the other side. I kind of try to make it mirror it as much as I could on the side, and it goes downwards. This side's not as clean, but yeah. There's a little bit more bald spots right here actually. Spacing was not evenly done. But on the front side, when we look at it, I try not to make it to where you can see his hairs from the backside visible on the bottom. So that's what it looks like right now. And I kind of try to twist these little hair strands so that way it pokes out. Yeah, I want this like to poke outwards. He has his ears right here, so you can also see his ears as well. And the rest of the hair is gonna be super simple. I'm simply gonna fill up this entire big space with 8 chains, make it feel like a puzzle piece, Nothing sticking out or anything. And he's gonna be completed with a hat once I'm done with this, so I'll be back with you guys. Welcome back to the final update for Muzan. He is completely finished with the hair. I glued everything down and filled up the backside with completely 8 chains, and that's what some of the little angles look like around him. So yeah, try to cover up as much of the bald spot as I could behind the ears. It's supposed to be covered up some more, but you know, I think this is pretty good. On this side, I think I managed to cover up some more. And yeah, that is what he looks like so far. You know what? I think the eyes on this one, it looks scary as hell, but it matches him. I think it suits him pretty well. And then for the final part of this, I created his hat. Here's what that looks like. Here's the inside and the outside. So created this hat using white and black yarn. Let's see, let's figure out the backside. The backside has like all the color changes. So we're gonna put that on the backside and then put this on top of him, pretty much like that. And I noticed the top of his hat has like little indentions. So I wonder if I could just like poke it down or something to create that little indention. Maybe I should just like place on the hat to where it's like slightly on top of his head and not all the way down. And here's the conclusion of what I came up with after fiddling around with his hat a little bit. Hopefully that's the right word. Oh my gosh. And there we go. His hat on top of his head. That's gonna be his like pretty much permanent accessory, which can be removed. And there we have it. The front side, the side profile, back side, and the other side. There we have it. I'm so excited for the next Demon Slayer doll, which is going to be one of the Upper Moon characters, I think. He has like 6 eyes or something. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so crazy. Just want to show you guys that I've already created his eyes way in advance. I painted them and they're all completely coated and sealed. I even tried to create the kanji characters on the eye just to make it accurate. Thanks to those who donate to me on Ko-fi, as it really helps fund my supply. And I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Bye!